Namaskaram. No, sir, DrTPS. You are in Bangalore now, so you are in the final year LLB. What next? After plus two, you joined for LLB. What you can do is probably I have got my civil service prelims handbook. You can go through that, and now you have many options. One, you can join for any coaching center. Bangalore has got good coaching centers, right? Civil service require a full-time dedicated preparation. Physical exercise and such practices also is part of, anyway, nobody does 24 hours, right? 8 hours sleep, no calorie pad can be more than 2 hours. But if you go, there is one center in Thiruvananthapuram and they conduct some entrance examination. So if you are somewhere in Kerala, it will become easier for you. And only center where you have is one is Thiruvananthapuram, another one is I think close to Thiruvananthapuram only, all the centers. Okay, so one option you can write entrance exam, write to them, find out. But it is not the center or the teachers makes you better. Actually, you should have good company who are ready to prepare along with you for civils and all that, right? That is more important. Generally, good discussions. Assume you read a newspaper, you must be able to make a comprehension out of it, a paraphrase. How good you are in reading a news and then that story, whether you will be able to make it into one paragraph convincingly somebody else can understand. This is a great test for your English vocabulary, understanding, reading ability, comprehension, because this is what is expected from a civil servant after he gets a job. Huge files will be there and you have to make a small note out of it which is read by the minister so that he can sanction it, right? So you are supposed to read a big bunch and then make it into a small note. And you have to have all knowledge, surrounding knowledge about whatever you have. That is what basic education, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th class knowledge. Because you have done BBA, LLB and all that, your maths, physics, chemistry, biology, everything would have been gone. So now you will have to read from 7th class to 12th class. Suppose you have spent 1 year to study that, you must be able to finish it in 1 week. So next 6 months should be to make the base. So that is what I explained in this book of Civil Service Prelims Handbook. It's a very small book which explains what is that expected and what is that, how difficult is that and what preparation. Maybe parallelly you can also join in some coaching centers, read a newspaper, make notes, regularly be in contact, all that can be done. There are people without a coach. See, I don't generally suggest anybody to have a coaching center. But unless you have good group of people, how do you gather good group? Suppose you have 5 good serious people. You want to come and stay in Hyderabad, I can help you to get it. But how do you find 5 good serious people? That is what happens in the coaching center, right? Yeah. You need a good internet connection. You must know what to read, where to prepare, how to discuss. So 5 different brains work together, dedicated, I think you can do it. Suppose you don't want to join a coaching center, you want to dedicatedly do it and you want to learn Kalaripayat and all that. You can stay anywhere. See, I have got a friend of mine who is running a beautiful center in Kottayam. Join, stay there, learn Kalaripayat and also prepare this. That can be done, no issue. But you will not get good company. Unless you get good company, it becomes hard for you. Or we could advertise together and then gather some people who are similar interested and then get to there. That's also fine. Many are in contact with me, but I don't have a confidence to tell them come stay in Hyderabad because I'm not a very permanent sort of a person. I like to travel and don't go to last week I was there in Bangalore. I was there in Yelahanka with a school for 4 days. Yeah. So that's what I do. I keep traveling, go to different places, stay there. Right. Not necessarily. You can be a random, pick up somewhere, speak anything. No, I also studied LLB. Civil service, when you get a good rank, probably the first few 100 maybe civil service IAS. Mostly the next few 50 maybe for Indian foreign service, the 50 may go to Indian police service. So generally 200, 300 rank, there is a possibility to get into IPS. Yeah. No, what I suggest is probably business you can do anytime in your life. But civil service, if you don't do it now, you can never do in your life. So this is a road available to you now. Either pick it up or forget about that road through whole life. So I suggest people, even if they wanted to get into politics, I tell them, crack civils, get into that, work for a year or so, because the training what you get in Missouri is something which is fantastic. You can never get anywhere in the world. They will teach you horse riding, they will teach you swimming, they will teach you firing, they will teach you everything what anybody needs. Even if you pay maybe 5 crores, you can't get that training anywhere in the world. We are one of the best in the civil service training centers. And the life which you have it there for 6 months or 1 year depends on whether you are going for an IPS or not. You look at civil service training center, canteen, festivals, the ambience, stay, accommodation, everything you see, it's one of the best job you can get after graduation. So don't miss the chance. Business, yes, anytime you can get into. Teaching, anytime you can get into. Practice, anytime you can get into. But this, once you miss this bus, you missed that forever. And the prestige, even if I keep saying people who wanted to get into politics, I will keep telling them, be in civil service and then quit it and then go, your status in politics also will be much bigger, higher. Because they know that you are a brilliant person, right? Right. See, you will see hundreds of them in politics after LLB. But rarely you see at least 5 or 10 of them after civil service. Throwing out civil service, only very few comes. No? So it has a value. It has a value. So there is no second thought. If you are into this, you have to put your full effort. All that passion, everything you can do it later. Or you would have done it during the studies. Then what you do is now presently concentrate on civil service, and then that will become like a rest time for you, and as you prove that yes you can, right? There are few lectures which I posted on YouTube on UPSC also. Maybe geography, and some people when they wanted some lecture from me or when they discuss, I do that. Ballari is a good place, right? When I was doing my PhD in Bangalore, I had a colleague of mine who was from Ballari. So get back to me anytime with any subject of interest which you want to discuss. And you can see my paper reading sessions also. DrTPS paper reading, if you look at it. How to read a paper, how to think about it. Don't read the whole newspaper. Go to only world page. Read only one world news. Make a small brief out of it and then see, oh, this is what I know how to make it. That's good enough. And if that becomes your practice, I'm sure you read a newspaper for which today's current affairs becomes tomorrow's general knowledge. All other knowledge becomes only 1 week news. After that, it has no value. So don't invest your time on such things. Wonderful. Plan some small short films and then do it. I'm just done one more. I also experimented different things in my life. That's what I enjoy doing it. ನನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ಗೆ. ಓದೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದಿದೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. And I speak Telugu because I am here for last 33 years now. I am in Hyderabad. Yeah. I wanted to have a place where people can come and study, and I have a library also created. Earlier, many students used to come and sit with me. You can see a Shiksha holiday program. That is a program where I've got a house with a good library, many books on civils. People come and stay there and then study. But after COVID, I never opened that house also. No, you are welcome. That's what I'm saying. If 3-4 children wanted to come and stay with me, I'll be the most blessed person to have it. No, I want somebody to see. I want some trustworthy person who will come and stay, so that oh, another one more person wanted to join. I can just advertise. At least a few people will come and join with me. I am not opening it. That's only what I'm saying. Because I am yet to see some very serious person who wanted to come. Okay, who has trust in me, saying that yeah, you asked the question, should I go for without coaching? Will you get it or not? No. Most of the people consult and say where to go for coaching. See, that makes a lot of difference. So when somebody asks me where to go to consult a doctor, I cannot tell them, come, I will treat you, no. That's why I don't ask. But there are people, I'm sure if I start opening, many people will come and stay. Even the last week, somebody wanted to come to Bangalore. They asked me, should I go? What do you suggest? Like that, no. They cannot ask me directly, so they are with me for long years. So there are a lot of people at different parts in the country. There are people who wanted to come, but I did not start because it's another headache. You will have to be there. You have to see all that. Is yeah, somebody independently can take care. It's good, nice. Yeah, when National Law School started in Bangalore, the first few lectures, it was happening in Central College, Bangalore. It was next to my building where I was doing my MPhil. National Law College was getting inaugurated. So I used to attend a lot of classes. LLB I have done in after coming to Osmania University in Hyderabad. In 89 I entered in LLB. So before my LLB I finished teaching the whole law papers. So nange baratta tort, CRPC, CPC, Evidence Act, Indian Constitution, everything is almost like I taught that in many classes probably. That's what I'm saying. This book will lead you. 7th, you take a NCERT textbook of 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th class, 12th class. All subjects, all language. Read that from beginning end. Finish it in 1 or 2 months time. By December you finish it, then you get a confidence. Now I know. That is the basic knowledge on which everything can be learned. That's it. Then probably for main you can select some sociology or something, and English becomes stronger, vocabulary, terminologies, newspaper reading parallelly. I think the rest will come. And there are online many programs available. You can listen to such lectures also. Instead of going for a coaching center, online there are plenty of them. Earlier an academy and all used to give it free. Now they also started charging anyway. And once you have 1 or 2 good friends, and once you go to Delhi, any photocopying centers, in Bangalore also there may be few centers, they will give you the coaching material for most of the coaching centers. They will Xerox, photocopy and keep it and bind it and give it to you. So instead of going to centers, you can go to the nearby photocopying center. That is what many people do in Delhi. They join one center but photocopy the study material from another 5 centers. So do well in exam. Keep in contact anytime, any point you wanted to discuss, you can have it. No issue.
Sure.